my name's Kendra and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is dedicated to the hips. We'll work on flexibility and a little bit of strength. So whenever you're ready, let's get started. Let's start on our hands and knees in our tabletop position. Take the knees as wide as your mat. Allow the big toes to touch out behind you. Exhale, press the sit bones back towards the heels. Let the forehead rest on the floor, or if it doesn't make it there, like always, put support under the forehead if you need it, maybe a blanket or a pillow. Arms are reaching forward, ground deeply into the palms. We'll take a second to arrive on our mats, bringing our attention into our bodies. Begin to elongate the inhalation and exhalation. Grounding into the fingertips. Inhale, carry yourself back up onto the hands and knees. Place the hands so they're close to underneath the shoulders. Take the knees a little bit wider than hip width apart. Exhale, press the sit bones back towards the right heel, over towards the left heel. Inhale, bring the body forward into the left hand. Right hand, exhale, pressing back. So we're making a nice big circle with the body. Moving slowly. Start to connect your breath with your movement. Go the opposite way with a circle if you haven't already. Good. Pausing on the hands and knees. Knees come to you hip width apart. Tuck your toes. Grounding into the hands, inhale, pike your hips, find your first downward dog. When you get there, I suggest pedaling the feet, lifting one heel and grounding the other, going back and forth, starting to open up the calves and the hamstrings. Good. Finding stillness in your down dog. Heels are rerouting down towards the floor. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Top of the chest moves towards the top of the thighs. Soften the back of the neck. Nice long spine here. Take 3 breaths. Inhale, look in between the hands. Slowly step the right foot forward. Grounding into the right foot. Exhale, release the left heel onto the mat. Good, now walk the hands towards the left. Allow the right toes to turn towards the left. So now we're facing the side of our mat. Legs are both straight. Allow the toes to slightly point inward. The feet are wider than hip width apart. Fingertips on the floor. If they don't make it there, move over to some furniture and place your hands on that. Or if you have some blocks, you can use some support there. Grounding into the feet. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Let the torso lengthen forward. Crown of the head moves down towards the floor. Soften the arms. Couple breaths here. Keep grounding into the feet. Legs are as straight as you can have them without locking the knees. Make sure to not hyperextend the knees. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back. Place the hands onto the hips. Keep grounding into the feet. Inhale, slowly come up into standing. Good, now turn the toes so they're slightly pointing outward. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bend into the knees, sit down. Knees are tracking towards the middle of the toes. Be mindful that the knees aren't caving in or going too far outward. Arms are lengthening up towards the ceiling. Soften the tops of the shoulders. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, release the arms down. Turn the right toes towards the right. Left toes in at a 45-degree angle. Place the hands onto the hips. Drop into the right hip. Left hip slightly moves up towards the ceiling. Draw the navel in. Core is engaged. Right leg is straight. Inhale, arms parallel. Right arm going forward, left arm going back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take the torso and slide it over the right leg. Good, you'll stop somewhere. And then that's when you windmill the arms. Right arm goes down towards the floor, left arm goes up towards the ceiling. Be mindful that you're not collapsing into the right side body. Keep the core engaged to keep yourself here. Again, if you need some extra support, place the right hand onto a piece of furniture, or if you have a block at home, use a block. Gaze can look up towards the ceiling or down towards the right toes, whatever feels best for the neck. Breathing deeply. Inhale, let the left arm carry the torso all the way back up. Right arm forward, left arm back. Turn the right toes towards the left. Left toes towards the left. Now we're facing the opposite direction on our mat. Right foot comes in at a 45-degree angle. Place the hands on the hips if that helps you feel the positioning of the pelvis. So you want to feel like you're dropping into the left hip. Right hip moves up towards the ceiling. Notice that left knee. Again, be mindful that you're not locking the knee. Maybe you keep a slight bend in the left knee if that makes you better feel the connection of not locking the knee. Place the arms. Left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, torso slides over the left leg. You'll naturally stop somewhere. Windmill the arms. Left arm goes down, right arm goes up towards the ceiling. Core is engaged to help keep the left side body still nice and long. Gaze looks up towards the ceiling or down towards the floor. Breathing deeply. Inhale, slowly carry the torso back up through center. Arms come back. Left arm forward, right arm back. Left toes turn towards the right. We're back facing forward or the side of our mat. turn the toes to once again point slightly outward. Placing the hands onto the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bending into the knees. Place the hands onto the floor in front of you. Heel toe the feet a little bit closer towards one another. Good. Now sit all the way down. You can keep the hands on the mat in front of you, or you can place the palms together in front of the chest. The elbows are opening up the knees wide. A couple options here. Keep your feet a little bit wider, toes pointing out if you feel like that helps bring the heels onto the mat. Or if it feels better for your hips, you can always take the toes pointing forward. Heels are either grounded or they're lifted off of the mat like this. And then you take the hands together in front of the chest. Or keep the hands here. Focusing on keeping a nice long spine. The heels may or may not touch the ground. That's completely fine. Exhale, take the hands out behind you, sit down onto the glutes. Awesome. Take the right leg, cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. Allow the feet to be flexed. Right knee is opening up towards the right. Take the hands out behind you, ground the fingertips or the palms onto the mat. Use the arms to lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinging forward with the torso. Take the torso and lengthen it over the legs, pausing when you start to feel a stretch in the left calf and hamstring and the right hip. As you inhale, lengthen the torso back up. Ground the right foot onto the mat so it's facing the outer edge of the left leg. Wrap the left arm around the right knee. Keep the right hand out behind you. Again, use the right fingertips to maintain a long spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twisting softly towards the right. It's very important as we twist to never force yourself to go farther than you need to or your body allows. Use your breath to go deeper into the twist if necessary. So keep inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling, seeing if that creates space to softly twist even deeper. Exhale, unwind, come back through center. Straighten the right leg to meet the left. Shake out the legs. Cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Allow the feet to be flexed. Take the hands back out behind you. So here we go, opposite side. I didn't say this on the opposite side, but always, always, always in your own practice, if you feel at any time you need extra support, then go ahead and use a pillow or use a block. And in this pose, if you feel like you need extra support, take the pillow or block underneath the outside of the left knee. Use the hands out behind you. Press into the hands, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly take the torso, fold it over the legs. Pausing when you start to feel the stretch in the right calf, hamstring, left hip, groin. We're keeping the feet flexed to protect the knees. Inhale, lengthen back through center. Cross the left leg over the right, ground the left foot onto the mat so it's grounded towards the outside of the right leg. Wrap the right arm around the left knee. Keep the left hand out behind you, ground the fingertips or the palm onto the floor. Before you begin to twist, inhale, find length. Exhale, then softly twisting towards the left. Keep both sit bones grounded on the mat. Breathing deeply. Exhale, unwind back through center. Uncross the left leg from the right. Bend the knees, take the legs towards the left, and then come back onto your hands and knees in the tabletop position. Good. Inhale, extend the right leg out behind you. Bend the right knee. And begin to do small circles with the right hip. Really, really small right now. Small core engagement here. Good. And then allow the circles of the right hip to become nice and big. But allow yourself to move slowly. Go the opposite way with the circle. Exhale, release the right knee down onto the mat. Inhale, extend the left leg out behind you. Bend the left knee. Begin your small, slow circles on the left side. Allow the circle to become bigger. Opposite way with the circle if you haven't already. Exhale, release down. Open up the knees as wide as your mat once again. Big toes touch out behind you. Exhale, press the sit bones back towards the heels. Forehead rests on the floor. And just like where we started, keep softening the sit bones back towards the heels. Arms are lengthening forward. This time you can allow the hands to rest. You don't need to ground into the palms. Forearms are resting on the floor. Take a couple deep, full belly breaths here. Take the palms close to underneath the shoulders, grounding the hands. Inhale, come all the way up. Crown of the head lengthening up towards the ceiling. Bring the inner thighs together. Placing the hands on top of the thighs, allow the eyes to close, the gaze to soften. Thank you for joining me. See you in the next video.